Yeah, that's fine, ma'am. I have a question in regards to what you had mentioned to me before. You had said that New York doesn't do redeliveries. I was wondering why then do they have the options available on their website to create a profile and, just type in all the information that's needed to be put in order to get a redelivery, and then they confirm it, they send you back a confirmation, but then they don't follow it up. I don't understand. I mean, I know you probably can't answer that because you're not the USPS, but they failed to mention that to you, correct? They're supposed to do it. You're saying they're supposed to do it. It figures that they wouldn't give you a straight answer, ma'am. I understand where you're coming from. Uh, it's interesting because they have been doing this periodically. To me, give or take a few months, prior to any of this getting to this level. But I would say within a year span, 10 times it's happened to me with separate items that they eeny, meeny, miny, mo pick and choose what they're going to deliver and what they don't. And that's too many times, even if it's 10 separate periodic times that they do this. I've heard from other people that this is not something uncommon, which is, shouldn't be acceptable whatsoever. They're supposed to be doing their jobs. Part of their jobs consist of delivering their items. And, I mean, again, I want to make clear that I know Amazon has nothing to do with this, neither does the seller. This is all my local post office that's doing all this. In regards to what I can do from this point, which is basically a waiting game from what I'm gathering from you, it's like you said anywhere between 20 minutes to a 24-hour period to hear back from them. Not to say that they're not going to do it, but in case I don't hear anything back, what's my next step after that? Can I get a replacement? Because I wouldn't mind a replacement rather than a refund. I mean, if I can't get a replacement, then I'll have to accept the refund. I understand that. I know Amazon honors its members, and as far as the return policy or the replacing items and refunds, they honor that. So I'm not worried about losing my money because I know I'm going to get it back if I don't get the replacement for it. My thing is this, in regards to wanting the replacement, I prefer that rather than the refund if it's possible. Another thing is that I'm not 100% on what time frame I should wait till before I decide to give you guys a call back. Can you give me an idea of that, or? Sure. Hold on a second. I didn't hear that. Can you say that again? Can you repeat that again? I didn't hear you. Okay. All right. Um, and you're talking about both items, right? Okay. Packages. I just want to make sure that's clear. It's more than one, plural. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, that's great. I have a question in regards to the actual details that you guys see on your end in regards to the item that was supposedly delivered today and handed off to a quote unquote resident. Do you guys get that same message on your computer screens or? Oh, it was signed. Okay, but it doesn't say that someone signed for it. Hmm. I wasn't aware that the United States Postal Service has the grounds and power to just, release a package to anyone that lives in my building or, you know, that isn't me. You know what I'm saying? I agree. I am, I'm aware of that myself as as a consumer, and I would guess that yeah, either that or I have my ideas of why they're really doing it, but that's something that is very complicated and kind of something that when you go into it, it goes like the whole Russian doll syndrome. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from with that, but it kind of takes a long time to explain everything to someone who doesn't understand the science behind this and the mathematics. You know what I mean? It's pretty cut and dry what they're doing, but to someone who doesn't know what's going on behind the scenes, then it might seem like, just negligence on their behalf, you know. But I know what's going on. And that's why I'm going to the extreme to get as much as I can as far as information on what I should do next because I plan to take this further. I'm not just gonna leave this like this. Thank you, ma'am. Exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, ma'am. You're right about that. Thank you. Can you repeat that last thing you said? I didn't hear you, ma'am. I'm sorry. No, actually, you've been a great help. You've been there, hanging in there from the beginning, and I appreciate your time and your efforts in trying to rectify the situation as much as you could through your end. Because again, I do realize it's not Amazon, it's not the seller, it's these people, it's the United States Postal Service, and I have no way, as you can see. I tried to call them, and they just leave me on hold for an hour, hour 45 minutes, 2 hours. So when it's you guys, I guess they pick up, and I get things at least looked at, and something comes up after that. Then there's a waiting period and things of that nature. So I already know how it goes, pretty much. You know what I mean? But I know it's them for sure. There's no doubt in my mind about that. And yeah, as you already had said, I'm gonna do the proper steps to, see that this either gets rectified and has some sort of positive end result, because it is unacceptable. When you're a paying customer, you shouldn't have to be constantly being told that your packages are being delayed because of this, because of that. There's not a scan that was done, and they're holding packages, and I'm not the only one this is happening to. So right. Right. I was even wondering to myself, is there an alternative? Because it could be that these people, being that they have a monopoly on, delivering, it could be that where they feel like, there's other services that offer delivery. DHL, I believe, is one. You have Laser Ship. You have US, no, UPS. You have FedEx and things of that nature. So I don't see how they are able to hold that monopoly in that way. But even the agent I spoke to prior had told me that he was surprised that they stay in business due to how many customers that he gets calls from a day, pretty much saying what I was saying and what I'm telling you now. Okay. We'll be doing, ma'am. We'll be doing. Thank you for your time and all your patience that you've also been enduring along with me with this whole thing. Okay. I really appreciate it. Thank you, ma'am. No, I won't. I won't. I won't. I already feel confident enough in you guys doing what you did for me at this point, and I'll just let time take the care, the rest of the to take care of the rest of the situation. I appreciate everything once again. You too, ma'am. Thank you.